All right. Peace and black power, family. It's your brother. I'm the Amanache, also known as I'm the Omnis. Salute to the gods and the goddesses, the kings and the queens of the universe and the planet Earth, also known as Ki. We're here today, Brother Omnis, also known as the Nature God. Make sure y'all hit up the YouTube. That's YouTube / the Nature God 2126. If you want to support the Black News channel, all right, Omnivision EDU, hit up the Cash App, $ Omnis Natura 360 LLC. That's all caps, $ OMNIS NATURA 360 LLC. All right, to show your support. Okay, so the bill is about how to identify the karmic soul. And so in relationships, my father was saying there's never normally like two of the same types of individuals, right? And so there's normally a more empathic person who's more caring, more attentive, more nurturing, more pouring into the other individual. And then you have the individual that's more narcissistic, self-centered, taking, not really replenishing, but needing you to keep giving them, to keep feeding them. And so the way you are, like I said, that's, it's certain ways that you can identify that, who's the higher level narcissist. And what's going on in the relationship. That's very important to be able to identify that. And then there was another thing that I wanted to talk about. Whenever a trauma happens, the thing that I hate is when trauma happens to people, they go and put that trauma off on somebody else instead of just, going within and healing, healing yourself and reflecting and trying to identify what is wrong. What am I lacking? What do I need to become balanced? You feel me? And so my thing is this: I have experienced traumas, but the traumas that I experienced, what makes me different is that I didn't go and put those traumas on other people. I experienced the trauma on my own. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way that it felt. None of that. You know what I'm saying? I hated it. And I know that that's not what I want for another individual. So I just never done that. I just never put my traumas off on another person. If you want to listen, you can listen. If you don't want to listen, you don't have to listen. Go tune into another channel if you want to. You don't have to. But if you are here to build, I appreciate you for coming by and showing some love and some support. Like I said, hit up the Cash App, Omnis Natura 360 LLC, $ in front of the Omnis Natura, okay? And the YouTube, Nature God 2126, all right? TikTok is TikTok / Omnivision EDU 360. Okay, so hopefully y'all see where I'm going with it pretty much. I just hate, it's like the COVID-19. When you get the COVID and then they tell you to isolate, but you don't isolate, you go around others, you go into different places where people who are not contaminated, and then you contaminate them. And then once you contaminate them, then they contaminate somebody else. So what you're supposed to do is when you experience very, very bad traumatic trauma is self-reflect and isolate and deal with those traumas on your own. Stop trying to put your traumas off on another person. I'm only using this video as a reference for an individual who may have went through similar situations. If you're going through something similar to me, then maybe this video might help you out. You feel me? I am the individual, the Libra Scorpio, all right, who does not believe in the concept of experiencing a traumatic trauma and then putting that trauma off on somebody else. Because that's what was done to me. Okay? And I came from a Christian family who believe in, certain values or whatnot. So I believe in morality and that you're supposed to forgive and that you're supposed to give people the benefit of the doubt and try to see the upside, the positive side, the bright side of things. You know what I'm saying? But all of that stuff caused me misfortune, family. Too nice. There's a such thing as too nice. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. That when you experience your trauma, make sure you're not the individual that's going around spreading the trauma 2024. All right, just like the COVID-19. Don't go around spreading the trauma 2024 to other individuals. Isolate yourself. Deal with yourself. Hold yourself accountable. Examine your strong points and weak points. And this is why I have failed short. My baby mama doesn't do that. She becomes a tarot card reader. She becomes a social media influencer, taking glam shots and trying to look pretty and all of that, knowing that on the inside you're dark, you're dirty, you know what I'm saying? You're unclean, you're impure, all of that. Just do anything. That's what I believe about her. Like this woman would damn near do anything. And it's just crazy. Like she smoked cigarettes with the kids pregnant. I had to call her mama. Hey, your daughter trying to smoke cigarettes with the babies. Did you know that? I can't tell that girl. You can tell everything else though, can't you? I remember one time we was on that nigga. You need to tell that nigga. That's what she was saying. Excuse my language, but that's what the lady was saying. I overheard the mama talking to the daughter on the phone. And I'm like, who's she talking about? Why would you even listen to that? If that was somebody else talking to me about her, I would have hung up on them. Because I didn't play about her, family. I didn't play about that woman. I done been in the situations where she trying to jump in the middle of somebody fighting, getting into it, about to get me into it with somebody, but I ain't about to let nobody hurt her. You know what I'm saying? When she with me and I love her, care, got my kids, come on, man. She had protection. She had love. She had all of that, man. She just thought it was boring, I guess. She thought it was boring. I don't know. Sometimes people do that. They throw the value in the trash because they done got too used to it. But anyway, yeah, just make sure you ain't the person that experienced the COVID-19 trauma and you pass that trauma 2024 on to somebody else. Make sure we're not doing that. Because that's what the grandmother's doing. That's what the baby mama's doing. That's what the granddaddy doing. All of them doing. They ganging up against me. And so, got to make it make sense, family. Got to make it make sense. I done talked to other people about this situation like, I know how to identify justice. If you going around doing that same thing that was done to you, then you deserve it. If you go around and doing the same thing that was done to you that you hate so bad, oh, they did this to me, then who cares what you're talking about? Because you did the same thing to somebody else. But if you haven't done that, family, you don't have to pay that price. Just like in law. You're innocent. You know what I'm saying? They can't give you no unlawful guilty verdict. You know what I'm saying? You're innocent. That's nothing that proves that you was in the wrong. You feel me? And so I believe in that, family. Make sure you're not that individual, because I know how to identify justice. And it's just it's just unfortunate that people everybody don't know how to self-reflect and self-examine. It's when you being honest with yourself. I do this a lot, family, with myself. Be real, bro, so you can get down to the root of what's going on. I'm too nice. And I try to see the bright side of people, even when I see darkness. Gotta stop doing that. Gotta stop doing. I want to be motivational. I hope that my energy influences people to do great things, and that the energy can help them in some type of way in their life. My story, maybe it's beneficial in some type of way. That's all I want to do. Just make a positive impact and influence, because it's limited. You know what I'm saying? Like if we was limited on water, the value of water would go skyrocket. You know what I'm saying? Positivity, intelligence, knowledge, having wisdom and understanding, that's limited. So don't take it for granted like it's, you know what I'm saying? Everybody not own that. You can't go around people and just get this like that. I guarantee you, people that I was real close with, when they got away from around me, they didn't even experience that again. There's no one who came around them with that type of thinking. And so that's what makes the Omnivision EDU. That's what makes the Black News 720 unique and special. And so I thank you guys for coming in and joining. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, just make sure that if something happens to you in your life, that you don't go around putting it off on other people. Deal with it, self-reflect, self-examine, and find out where you went wrong. And until you do that, you're going to be running around in circles, 360, your whole life with no progression. Because you never kept it real with yourself. You got low values, you got low morals. You damn near do anything when you feel like it's about like a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? You get the desire to do something and you just do it. You don't even care how it affects people or the people around you. That's crackheadish. That's addict energy. It's like you a fiend. You know what I'm saying? And so my baby mother, I believe she struggles with that. Some type of sexual addiction. We had good sex and all of that, but she, what she owns, she's proven to not be able to manage herself. It don't matter how many kids I would have had with her. It don't matter how many times I would have took her to church. None of that would have changed the core of who that person is. And to get down to the bottom of it, with my mother and my father, I talked about it in the last video. With my mother being my father's confidant, you know what I'm saying? Being the place where he could come confide in when he didn't have his mother, when his mother had to leave because she had all them children and she got overwhelmed. But he didn't understand because he was a kid and to feel that abandonment, And so I try to understand individuals the best way that I can to make sense of it. But what he was supposed to do is be mindful. Whatever father that you didn't like, maybe one day we exist again. He might be my son the next time. You know what I'm saying? But I would not do him like that because for one thing, I love myself and whatever I experienced it. But I don't want that for others because I believe in justice and fairness. Okay. So what he was supposed to do, even though I've been through negative things, I don't want this for anybody. I want my son to have the best possible mental, emotional, and physical experience. And that's what I was doing, teaching them, showing them different cultures, showing them different things of, interests that you don't have to be around these people. You don't have to deal with these toxic people. You know what I'm saying? These people are sick in their minds, in their heart, in their spirits. Okay? And like I said, when something when you're dealing with value and, you have something in abundance, it's like copper, shit like that, nickel, is a metal that exists in abundance. So it's cheap. You know what I'm saying? It's the things that is not as common, it's rare, that has more value. It's the things that's rare that has more value because it's harder to get it. We ain't gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? I done had females that, that I'm still cool with to this day that, you know what I'm saying? And in so many ways, they telling me like, yeah, you are different. These guys, it's not the same energy when I was with you. I compromise to try to make things flow, like I said, make everything work out for everybody. Be mindful of the woman, mindful of the children. I cried dealing with this one woman, just seeing her daughters and thinking about my daughter, Keely. I was so hurt in my mind and in my spirit. And I couldn't even be with the woman at the time because, my traumas were so deep. I kept rejecting the woman. The woman was telling me how good of a man that I am and, how she, she's grateful to have met me and have this good experience. And she wanted to take it there. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful sister though, but, she had kids. And I remember sometime when I used to visit her, I used to cry when I seen her daughters because it reminded me of my daughter and know that I didn't get to see my daughter walk. You know what I'm saying? Some of the most important things, not to everybody, but to me and my thinking, because I care about meaning, the valuable things. You give me something for my birthday, it might be a dope gift or whatnot, but write me a card. Have a letter where you can go in and express yourself mentally and emotionally and say what this person means to you. That's what reached my heart. The authentic, the genuine. The vain, shallow stuff, that's not Scorpio. I got Scorpio in my sun. And so, like I said, we are the last planet in the solar system, which is Pluto. All right. And it's the most distant from the sun. All right. And so Sometimes we're late bloomers, but one of the characteristics that come with that is, deep and passionate, intuitive. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all of those things, all of that, meaningful. You know what I'm saying? So some of the experiences that y'all beautiful women is having with some of these guys, you wouldn't have that experience with me. You know what I'm saying? Some of these guys, they lack empathy. You got children. You don't even remember the children. At one point in time, my daddy had forgot my birthday, man. I'm like, come on there, Paul. You don't remember my birthday, man. How many children you think you got? You got some, but you ain't got that many. I remember all of my children's birthdays and never will forget in my life. Never. Every person that I have met that has told me their birthday, because I deal with astrology, I remember it. You know what I'm saying? Naturally. I didn't, before astrology, it was just weird. People, if you care and somebody, they care about their birthday, and if you thought about them, then even though people they don't act like it, they care. They care about their birthday. And they want to feel thought about. You know what I'm saying? They want to feel cared about. And so I never forget birthdays. And so I think I was meant to do astrology because it coincides. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the deep meaning is never going to leave me. It's never going to go away. It's inside of my soul, my spirit. The universe put it in me. And, it's just certain stuff that I care about. I don't care about the vanity. It's too shallow, meaningless to me. But anyway, just make sure y'all moving right. Protect the children. The youth is the future. Don't care what the YT man talking about. That's why they going extinct. Your numbers too low. Your birth rate too low. And your mortality rate too high. So they on their way out the door, evolution wise, on their way out the door. Because you put all this focus into naturalism, industrialization, right? Deforestation, where they cut down the trees and the forests and affecting the ecosystem. All of these things that go against the natural flow of life. And so, like I said, I'm the nature God. Nature is my sanction. And, nature was here in the beginning. And the natural order is man and woman, especially the cosmic man and woman, is supposed to work together, family. Just like the unified field. Electrical field, magnetic field. We come together and make a covenant, a divine covenant. We don't let nobody come in between that covenant, family, unless you just don't care about that. Now, if something happened with your kids because you out there doing the most, that's on you. If something happened with your partner and your kids because you out there doing the most, just remember, that's on you because you had a choice. That was your choice to do that. When I was in those situations, I didn't even entertain that because I just didn't believe in that. You're not supposed to be dishonest with somebody that you care about. But if you're a prostitute, then you might use men, right? Because that's what they do. They're using men for money. And so if a woman has ever sold her body, she may have that mental, of ideology of using men for money. And I never paid for a woman to be with her sexually. Never paid for that. And I never would because I'm too valuable to pay a person. They should really be paying me to keep it real. They should be paying me. That's how I look at it. But I've never done that. Never. And never would. So if that's what you own, that's what you do. But that using men, that's giving prostitute vibes. So I have no sympathy, you know what I'm saying, for certain type women, you know what I'm saying, that's manipulative like that. Because you're causing the trauma. You're problematic soul in persons. That's who you are. And so, like I said, when I leave out somebody's life, they're going to know the difference. Because it's nobody like me, family. It's nobody like me. But anyway, love and light to the brothers and sisters of the Galactic Federation, Planet Key, the gods and the goddesses, the kings and the queens. We are all that. You know what I'm saying? But just remember, it's not about the competition. It's about knowing who and what you are. I know who and what I am. That's why I do what I do. You got to know who and what you are. Your gifts, your abilities, your talents, and put those things to work. Don't waste your whole life on the YT man plantation, because then you've been robbed of life. The universe created you to experience life and liberty. All right? Natural rights to experience life and liberty. So, yeah, that's, just let that hit home, family. Protect the kids. The youth is the future. And if you're not creating no kids and protecting them kids and taking care of them, then you losing. Your information will go extinct. My information will not go extinct because I got 4 kids. I got 2 boys and 2 girls. 2 boys, 2 girls. That's 4. I will never go extinct because of that. While you living for yourself, the best life, live my best life and all of that, not even knowing your time is going to eventually run out. When it run out, it's like my father's did at 57 years old. Only thing that he has left is his genetic legacy. Me, my siblings. You know what I'm saying? When you die, your information will not be preserved. And that's what should happen, because that's goofy of an individual to live a life like that. That's why you have sexual reproductive organs. But anyway, we know that there's population control. You know what I'm saying? With the, like I said, Margaret Sanger and the Planned Parenthood and all that they had going on back in the day. Now they're trying to say they don't want abortion. They wanted abortions back then, but all of a sudden, for some reason, they don't want abortions now. Like I said, Asians and Caucasus Asians have high mortality rate, low birth rate. And look this up. Anybody who know how to use Google, look up which country has the top birth rate in the whole world. You know what country it is? What country is it, family? What race is it? I'm going to go into it's a black race. You don't know what country it is? I ain't going to tell you the country yet. It's in Africa. Want to know exactly which country? It's Mali and Niger. Niger number 1, Mali number 2. These countries, out of 54 countries in Africa, have the top birth rates in the entire world. You got people doing in vitro fertilization, paying $50,000, $60,000 to try to bear seed, to have a child, to have that human experience, but the universe is not giving it to them. God is not allowing them to open that door. But then you have individuals who don't have a lot of money, and they're able to be blessed with the human experience of loving on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Your mini-me, your twins, you know what I'm saying? They are you. I got a picture that my cousin shared with me not too long ago, JB. You know what I'm saying? Tumbleweed. He showed me some pictures of my pops and my uncle. They were twins or whatnot in high school. And when I looked at that picture, man, I'm like, man, I see exactly what my pops, I see him inside of me. I could tell the features that's like him. His face was long. Even though he was a twin, his twin did look like him, but they were fraternal twins, not identical. So born at the same time, but don't look exactly the same. My father was the twin with the longer head. You see, my head is kind of long. You know what I'm saying? You see my cousin Casey, they call him Young Dollar. You know what I'm saying? He look a lot like me though. Some people used to thought we was brothers. You know what I'm saying? We used to ball, rap, do all that together. People used to, you know what I'm saying? They thought we was brothers, but we cousins, first cousin. But yeah, my daddy and his daddy are twin brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Peace and blessing. John, Juan, Jacody, family, peace and blessing. Salute to the God in the building. Ashe, family, I see you. Appreciate you for joining the build. But yeah, my cousin, his head is a little bit more compact. You know what I'm saying? My head is long. It's long. My father was the twin with the long face. When I looked at that picture, I was like, yeah, that's you know what I'm saying? I'm a lot like my pops, man. It's crazy. But he ain't had no beard, though. He ain't had no beard in high school. That's the only thing. I had my beard at 13. And my pops was in high school, 15, 16, 17, stuff like that. He ain't had no beard yet. My mama said he didn't get his beard about 20. And so that part right there was different. You know what I'm saying? And we both played ball too. I was able to dunk though. The Pop said he won't able to dunk like that. So that's I was a evolution. But anyway, yeah, DNA is the instructions of the Creator. You know what I'm saying? It deals with phenotype, how you look, how you appear, how you manifest. You know what I'm saying? Your texture, your biological chemistry, your behavioral patterns is dealing with DNA. You know what I'm saying? All of those are instructions, codes in your genes that tell you how to be, how to express yourself. When you see an eagle flying, it's no Bible that's telling the eagle, fly like this. It's in his DNA instructions, codes. Do this. Be like this. Sound like this. You know what I'm saying? And so those are called phenotypes. You got your genotype, the gene, genetic information, and then you got your physical transcription of that genetic code. The manifestation of what something is. All right? And so, I've been getting into genes and DNA, learning about the biology of blacks and melanin. And, now I can't stop. And so, there's a topic that I love to talk about, identity, who we are, where we come from. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, when something is lackluster, it's rare, it's not a lot of it, the value of it skyrocket. You already know how inflation is. You know what I'm saying? Stuff going skyrocket when it's not a lot of it. There's not a lot of people doing exactly what I'm doing, family. It's black conscious people, but they don't have the same light that I got. They got a different spectrum of light. Everybody got the light in some type of way. But I'm Brother Omni. I'm not just anybody just up here. You know what I'm saying? I do have a broad spectrum of light. You feel me? I can show you a lot of stuff in consciousness. Revolutionary. Got my own theories and all that. So I'm into science real heavy. We doing all of that. So you already know what time it is. But yeah, we going live, family, every day. I got new videos coming out. Y'all check them out. Hit up the YouTube. Again, youtube.com/@TheNetrGod2126. THENTRGOD2126. And I changed that code for y'all, that URL code, so it would be easy for people to get to my channel, because for 7 years I didn't even realize my name, Omni Amen Ashu, is a long name. And then the Nature God on top of that. And so for people to find my channel probably has been challenging for the past 7 years, but I'm making it, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be more simple. Family. I guess that'll help me to reach more people. Because, I'm not always the most simple. Anyway, love and light, peace and blessings, black power, Ashe, salute. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.